Here it is, just in time for Valentine's Day. Here's the other half of my top 10 other stupid romances. So here you go. Number 5 is Louis Skolnick and Susie from Revenge of the Nerds. Now some of you say, "Whoa, that's a good movie. That's a time capsule movie. That's the good romance." Look back on it though. First of all, she tricks him into thinking that she couldn't fall for him, and then she uses her sorority sisters to prank the nerds and sending a bunch of pigs into their party. Then he videotapes her and sells her naked pictures as part of a pie. Then he pretends to be her boyfriend so that he can have sex with her in one of the attractions at the fair. And then she just finds out it's him that had sex with her, and she said, "Oh, no, that's fine. You were good at sex, so might as well go out with you." That's rape. That's rape. How do people think this is a good romance? I mean, it's a product of its time. Yes, with other things a part of that, with this movie, I could talk about it later, but it's not a good romance. It's just not. And especially when you look at it now, 30 years later, you're like, holy crap, what were we thinking? Thinking this is a good romance? Seriously, it's not good. Number 4 is Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley from the Harry Potter books. I know some of you are probably thinking, don't you dare take the piss out of this. Don't you dare make fun of this romance. I'm daring. Because it comes out of nowhere like an RKO. It doesn't make sense. Because he was smitten with Cho Chang from book 3 through book 5. And all of a sudden, in year 6, he has a thing for Ginny. Not to mention, she did have a thing for him starting from the second book. And even in the first book, when she was kind of fascinated by him and wanted to really know more about him. And then she had a big crush on him the second book up into the 5th book. But she seemed to have moved on from that, and there's getting a separation between the two so they can do their own thing. Not to mention, Harry's whole situation with Cho Chang hadn't really resolved itself, and so you could have had something, but then all of a sudden, boom, he's infatuated with Ginny, and it just, now he's obsessed with her. It doesn't make sense. That's one of the things I don't like about the 6th book, is that romance right there, because it's done very poorly, in my opinion at least, because I was kind of hoping they would do something more with him and Cho Chang. And there's a really good fan theory as to why he now hooks up with Ginny, but I'm going to save that one for a different top 10 I have been working on. But all in all, not a good romance in the sense that it seems to start from nothing, and all of a sudden we're here. And some people say, "Well, aren't you a fan of getting people out of the friend zone?" I am, yes. But as a story, I was hoping for something more. And if they had built this up and built it up over a couple of books, and then it happens in 6, then I was like, okay, yeah, now they're good together, and it's cool. I'm glad they came together. But especially when I reread the books a second or third time, that kind of sticks out to me. I'm just saying, that's just how I feel. But like, again, there's a fan theory that is a good one that kind of explains how they ended up getting together. Number 3 is Ted and Robin from How I Met Your Mother. Oh man, where to begin with this? I tapped out on this series for the most part because I couldn't stand the whole thing with him and Robin, because they constantly show they're not supposed to be together. Not to mention, they're not good for each other. They have completely different ideas of what they want in life, and they have completely different ideas of where their lives are supposed to go. Not to mention the fact that Ted is the kind of guy who never changes and never thinks he has to change himself in order or better himself in order to be with somebody. He's a complete idiot. And not to mention, Robin is kind of uncaring, I guess is the best way to say it. And after a while, I was like, enough of this. And then the fact that they actually had them get together in the very last 5 minutes of the series finale. I mean, that pissed fans off, and rightfully so, because you established that they should not be together, and now you're forcing them together. No, this is stupid. This doesn't work. Speaking of not working, number 2 on my list is Sasuke and Sakura from Naruto. I hate Sasuke Uchiha. I hate him. He's a bitch boy, a traitor, and I was hoping that his ass would get killed. But she's just as stupid for continuously falling for him and constantly thinking that she could save him. And this is the kind of thing that I hate, and what a lot of people should hate as well. And too many women actually have this happen in their lives, where they think they stick it out with the guy, even if he's an asshole or abusive or wants to kill people, or even you, that you can change him, you can better him. Oh, shut the hell up with that. And the fact that she completely focus on him, even though he is flawed, that he is going to just destroy everyone because of the temper tantrum he's throwing, like the bitch that he is. It's just, no, they shouldn't be together, and not to mention, he should be dead. It's, that was the romance in that whole manga that I thought was really ridiculous and just sucked. There's a better one in there, but I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want to talk about that sort of thing. But all in all, that bitch boy and that dumbass girl. What else did it say? But the number 1 other stupid romance, in my opinion, is Romeo and Juliet. Now some of you was like, that is a classic story about love. How can you say such a thing? Because they're 2 idiots, that's why. And people take this seriously as the kind of romance that they aspire to. Taylor Swift, after she made that Stalker song, had a song about how she wanted a romance like Romeo and Juliet. And I heard a couple of my friends sing that at karaoke. And as soon as they sang, I was like, wait, you want a romance like Romeo and Juliet? Have you ever read the book? Have you ever read the story? They kill themselves in the end. They kill themselves. What you're saying is you want a romance where you will kill yourselves just to be together. Well, I hope you enjoy hell then, you dumbasses. You could say that, oh, it's a story about young love. Maybe, but still, it's a stupid romance to hold up as something to aspire to. And that's why it's so dumb. Because people aspire to this romance. Are you for real? Are you serious? Like, I debated whether or not to put this one on my other top 10 or Forrest Gump. I put Forrest Gump because it was the sadder one of the two. This is just stupid. And so it had to be number 1 of my other stupid romances that I've seen. But yeah, that's my list. Thankfully I didn't scream and curse too many times in this one like I did my other list last year. But what do you think? What are some other stupid romances that you've seen, whether in books or cartoons or movies, manga, whatever it is? Let me know. I'm curious. And I got another top 10 coming up probably. And in March, there's definitely going to be some stuff going on then. So until then, take care.